All right, conversion of volume is our topic for lesson 53. And we've already talked about conversions. And before we get into the volume part of it, let's take a look at what we've already talked about. If I want to change, say, meters, 3 meters to, say, let's see, inches. Well, what we'll do here is, and usually they represent how many multipliers you're going to use. And you got to get used to trying to figure out how many multipliers you're going to use without being instructed on that. Now remember, we've had this chart. We've had miles, we've had feet, we've had inches, centimeters, meters, and kilometers. And this is kind of a useful little chart that we've used to figure out how many multipliers we need to use to in these types of problems. Now we're going from meters to inches. So first of all, we need to go from meters to centimeters, and then centimeters to inches. So we can see that we're going to use 2 unit multipliers. Well, you take the original number with the label, you place it over 1. We said 2 unit multipliers. Meters is in the top, we put it in the bottom. Now we use this conversion. And we know that since meters is in the bottom, well, the label of centimeters has to go in the top. And we know that 100 centimeters make a meter, and our meters cancel out. Now we can go through that process again. Centimeters is in the top, put in the bottom. Inches then go on the top. And we know that 2.54 centimeters make 1 inch, and our centimeters cancel out. All we have left is inches, and that's what we want, right? So in the top, what do I have for numbers? Well, I have 3 times 100, and in the bottom, we have 2.54. And lately, we've just been leaving this as it is. If you wanted to figure it out, you take 3 times 100, which is 300, and then divide by 2.54. And that's where we started with unit multipliers or conversions. Well, eventually, we went to conversions of area then. For example, if we had 4... I'll say 4 feet squared, and we wanted to change that to how many inches that were, inches squared. Well, we're going from feet to inches, so that's 1 unit multiplier, but, so let me write that, feet to inches. And the but in this is that feet squared, or square feet, remember we can also write this as square feet, it means the same thing, or square inches. Well, 4 feet squared means 2 of them. Squared means 2, so I write it out twice. Now since I have 2 of them, since it means 2, I'm really going to use this twice, right? So not 1 multiplier, but 2, because area is squared. I have 2 of them. So I have 1 of the feet in the top, the other goes in the bottom, another one in the top, the other one goes in the bottom. So I use this 1 unit multiplier twice because it's area, it's square feet. So we're going feet to inches. Inches is in the top. I know there's 12 inches in a foot. 1 pair cancels out. And let's see here. Yep. Okay, then I do the same thing over here. And then my other pair cancels out. So what's left in the top? 4 times 12, or 12 squared, over 1. Or you could just say 4 times 12 squared. And what's left is inches times inches, or inches squared. And that's how we converted area. Now really it's the same process with volume. So let's take a look at this, write this example down. And what we're going to do here is we're going to change 2...
Good morning, passengers.
2 meters
We have an after-school meeting.
And we're going to change that to...
7:45.
Let's start with centimeters cubed. Right now, it's the same process. We're going from meters to centimeters cubed. So meters to centimeters. So 1 unit multiplier. So meters to centimeters. But what's meters cubed mean? And remember, meters cubed, I could write that as cubic meters. It's the same thing. Meters cubed, cubic meters mean the same thing. Centimeters cubed, cubic centimeters mean the same thing. Same label. It means 3 of them, right? Area was 2, volume is 3. All right, so I'm actually going to use this multiplier 3 times. So I have 2 meters cubed, and I'm going to write that out, meters times meters times meters, and I'm going to have 3 of those unit multipliers, with them all being the same. So I put my m's in the bottom, I put my cm's in the top. I know that there's 100 centimeters in a meter, and I just use that 3 times. And then one pair cancels, second pair cancels, third pair cancels, and we're done. So you have 2 times 3 of those hundreds, and nothing's left in the bottom, but you do have centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, or centimeters cubed, and that's what we wanted, right? Let's go over one more example. This time let's go 3 feet cube, or 3 cubic feet, and let's go change that to cubic centimeters. So we want to go from feet to inches, and then inches to centimeters. But since this is cubed, we're going to use each of those 3 times. So I'm actually using 6 unit multipliers. So I have 3 feet, write those out, put it over 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I got them. Put my feet in the bottom, because the 3 of them are in the top. Alright, eventually I'm going to put something else in the bottom. Alright, so let's go feet to inches. Going to use that 3 times. 12 inches make a foot, like so. 1 pair cancels, second pair cancels, third pair cancels. Alright, now we're going to go inches to centimeters. Now my inches is in the top, I put 3 of them in the bottom, so my centimeters go in the top. And I know that there's 2.54 centimeters in an inch. Write that out. And there's little shortcuts you can take as you get used to these. And then 1 pair cancels, second pair cancels, and the third pair cancels. So what do I have left in the top? There are no numbers other than 1 in the bottom, so I don't have to worry about anything in the bottom. So 3, and then I have 12 of the, right, 3 of the 12s, and then 3 of the 2.54s. And what do I have left for labels? Centimeters cubed, or cubic centimeters. And that is conversion of volume.